Okay, everyone. Right. Well, I haven't bored you to death with this. I don't have the ability to bring up verses and pictures and the things I'm going to talk about, so I'm just going to talk. I'll put up a picture just so you don't have to look at my mug the whole time. Okay, we'll start with what's on the picture. I do believe the white horse is riding right now. There's several videos and information about this. Basically, corona means crown. Revelation, the rider was given a crown. He had a bow, and when you look up the word bow in the original Greek that Revelation was written in, there are several translations for that one. There's one suggestion that bow means a simple cloth. There's another one that says it's a poison. And I'm not 100% sure on which is correct, or if they're both correct or whatever, but yeah, quite certain this is what's happening. It is conquered the whole earth with this bow. Okay, and the next horse is a red horse. With the sword, takes peace from the earth. Now, could it be that simple that red means communism? Meaning, the obvious Russia, China. What's on the news now, not that I believe any of the news, all of this stuff is controlled. It's all, every war has been planned and, instigated by liars and for a purpose. So, I don't believe any of what you hear on the news. But it could be that simple. That, red, China, and Russia. As for the next horse, well, I don't know, but it has something to do with, the power structure of the World Bank. They just mention of oil and wine, the oil, that is their funding. That's where it came from. And even the last horse, pale, I don't know what that is either, but I know that pale in the Greek means green. So, what I've only just learnt too is that the death and famine, pestilences, killing by the beasts of the earth, it wasn't just given to the last horse, it was given to all of the horses. And that was just made clear to me just by this video, which is actually on the screen right now, one of Photo Helix's from, 2020, I think it's from. Photo Helix died last year from cancer. So, I know it's not current, it's not a new one. Okay, well, we'll skip past that because that's not the main thing I wanted to speak about. There's a lot of speculation, as with all Bible prophecy, about the statue of Daniel and the final kingdom, because we know all the other kingdoms, they've been proven in history, accurate to the letter of Bible prophecy. But the last kingdom, there's a lot of speculation that it's something in the future, possibly transhumanism, and other things. But when you take the 10 toes of the feet of the last kingdom, in Revelation there are 10 kings without a kingdom. And at the arrival of the Antichrist, 3 of those kings, I think it's 3, could be 2, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 of those kings are plucked out, which means there's only 7 plus the Antichrist. So this final kingdom is not in the future, it's now. And when you look at who controls the world, you've got 2 main powers. And they are, of course, the Vatican Jesuits, and then you've got the World Bank, Illuminati, Masons, etc. They are the 2 powers, and they've been controlling the world for over 1,000 years now. So I don't, like, obviously, and I've always been of this opinion that the iron in the toes is still Rome. It's a continuation of Rome, because Rome was the Iron Kingdom. As for how the other side of it relates to the clay, I don't know. But they are the 2 powers controlling the earth right now. There's also a lot of speculation on the Babylon things, and there's a lot of Babylons. The 3 main ones in Revelation being Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon, and then you've got the Whore of Babylon. A lot of people will, because of the word great, they'll just straight off think, oh, America, because it's a big land, a lot of people, a lot of power, a lot of money, military force, etc. But if you look at it from a religious worship perspective, and you look at all the descriptions given, like Babylon the Great is a city, and it gives a whole lot of descriptions about where it is. And at first, a lot of people speculated it's Rome because it says it's built on 7 hills. But Rome is not in the desert. This is built on 7 hills in a desert by the sea. And it's not America because it also states that they throw sand on their heads in mourning. That is a Middle Eastern trait, that's an Arabic trait. And you also have the merchants and the ships watching it burn from the sea. There's only one place on earth that fits every description, and that is Mecca. It's in a desert by the sea, built on 7 hills, and that Gulf and the canal there is the busiest shipping lane in the world. And so getting back to this perspective of great, that is the centre of Islam. And what do they say? Well, they say Allah Akbar. It means Allah is great, or greater, some say. So there you have the word great. And as I forgot to mention in the beginning, this is just my theory. Okay, so I'm just putting out my theory. Something else I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, with the Babylons. I don't know if it happened in the Second World War or the First World War, but America made an agreement with Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Arabia would only sell oil for American dollars, for American currency, which meant that every nation in the world had to buy American currency to buy oil from Saudi Arabia. So basically the American currency is riding on the back of Saudi oil. The beast is becoming pretty obvious. The beast is the United Nations. They verified that with their statue that they put out, which in every description, that is the beast that is shown in Revelation. So that's become pretty obvious. Now, the beast hates the whore. And this is why I think America is the whore, because they burn it with fire and several other things. And America has been riding on the back of Saudi oil. So if Babylon the Great is the Saudis, then America is riding on the back of that Babylon. Of the beast, I suppose, because it's funding the United Nations to the oil. So it's all interconnected. As for Mystery Babylon, a lot of people think that is the Vatican, but I don't think that is it. I think America is also Mystery Babylon, because for the simple reason that, although it could also be Islam, but I don't know if that was around in the time of John, but John would most certainly have known about Rome. Rome was about in full function. So John wouldn't be describing Rome as a mystery, because it was already about then. So, anyway, there's something else I want to say, but I can't think of it right now. I've probably bored you enough. Just wanted to put up my theory and for people to consider. Okay, thanks for listening.